Hi, hello, and welcome you all for the last and final unit of this so-called professional communication course, right? So what is the last and final unit is all about is career management. So what is career? So what is management? So why career management is important in professional communication? So that is the biggest question like everybody will have before we start unit number 5. And one point I would like to put it to you all is, you know what, this session is completely a futuristic session. So it's not going to happen immediately, but at the same time it's not like going to be urgent, okay, but it is important. So that is what I like to put it over there. It is not urgent right now, but it is more important, okay. So that is what the scenario about this unit number 5, because you have still one more year to go. So once you clear that year, of course you will be getting into a job and you will be starting your own company, so by which you have to face in both ways. So in both way it is applicable, this session is all about, right? Yes. So what is a group? So in career wise, okay, it's not in a normal personal or normal life. So in career life, so what is a group? A group is nothing but, for your kind understanding, it's like a department, okay. So electronics, communication, agriculture, biomedical, medical electronics, mechanical, electronical and electrical engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, maybe, and so there are different departments available, correct? So based on those departments, of course you are segregated. So if I call out triple E, then of course few people will come. If I call out EC, of course few people come out. So it is based on department, like you people are categorized because you are full focus and your studies is everything is on triple E. So your full focus is in studies on triple E and EC, mechanical, biomedical, med electronics, so computer science engineering, IT engineering. So it's completely a split edge, okay. Can you understand? So that is so called group in corporate or in office or in career wise, okay. For example, if you're working in a software company, then there's a department called developer, executor, maintenance, and software tester, and then the manufacturing department, and then finally the packing department. So there are many departments that are available. So that is what so called as group, okay. So congregation, so that is what here we are mentioning it is here, okay. So that is so called group in a career. So next, so what are the key elements of a group? A group is depending upon a size, mutual influence, and the goal oriented one. So every department will have a goal oriented one. For example, if there is a department called developer, so what is their role is, they need to develop, they need to create new things. So whereas other department, they'll have a different role. So if there is a department called software tester, their role is only to test, their role only to just have a review on it, than doing any other things. They are not allowed to develop. Their role is to only to review or test it out. So that is what the plan is out, okay. So every department has a purpose. It depends upon the size, mutual influence, and the goal oriented process, right? So what are the different types of group, okay? With example I'll give you the clarity. So there are different types of groups. So for your kind understanding, I'll give you an example. So formal groups and informal groups. So let me take IT sector or related core sector, because core sector, of course, you can't find much of the other groups. It has only one or two, maximum two groups, but whereas in IT sector you find different groups, right? So that is a scenario I would like to give an example, because everybody see as an example, it's an open-winded example so that everybody can understand, okay. So what is a formal group? Formal group is nothing but a project one. So everybody will be working on a project. Whereas informal group is all about a dance group or that cooking, for example, Halloween days, of course they celebrate each and every day. So those kind of informal activities, which is not so called as professional, can be like dance group, like a singing group. So those kind of stuffs. Next, a managed group. So managed group is something which is a maintenance, which comes under the maintenance and service department, comes under the HR department, okay. And process group means like they do for they act as a bridge between the employee and the employee. So that kind of group, okay. Semi-formal group, so that is between families and communities. So what is that is, like it's between, if you have client, okay, if you are working for a client, which means that like one person, like if you take India, there is a process called external affairs minister. So they use that word, no, which means that Canada people are living over here, or Canada people can live over there. So it is mutual understanding between India and Canada. So that is what, if US people are here, so there will be a one representative from US, not one, maybe a 5 people from here. So they'll be acting, so they'll be allowing Indians to US, and from there they'll be allowing Americans to India. So that mutual understanding. So they have a separate group. Okay, right. Goal groups. So what is a goal group? Is something a cricket team or football team. So those kind of activities, sports activities group are created. Learning groups, of course, you are learning groups, correct? And then PRO, BLEM, solving groups are testers in a company, because they get lot of issues, they get lot of bugs. Bugs is nothing but an error. Okay, so that is what they do it off. And then what is a team? Okay, group is different, team is different. So yes, that is what you have to get that clarity, because people think everything is same. A team is something which is a specific one. For example, I already gave an example of group. Group is a department, and a team is like your section. Okay, for example, you might be in A section or B section. So triple E is a group. Okay, and then triple E A section is a department. It's a team, and triple E B section is a team. So likewise, so you have to have that clarity about it. So that is what I would like to put it over there, right? Key elements of a team. Why team is important? So team is all about brainstorming. Of course, multiple creativity can put up, and you can add new ideas, explosion of new ideas, and then you can have a common goal, like a defined role, and you can open for communication, challenging views, you can get it up, and you can have mutual understanding and encouragement. Of course, you can know about others, and you can start encouraging their factors. So what is the function of a team? A team helps in conflict management, trust, commitment, accountability, and definite focus and the end results. So all these factors plays a major role in team, because team is something is very, very important in every aspect. I bet you team, yeah, I mean, here and there some miscommunication might come, but never drop it down, because you should work as a team, and team is something which is predominantly the main focus in each and every companies or every organizations, because without team nothing works out. So make sure that team is very, very different, I mean very important. And what is the difference between team and a group? So by which, like, I'll give the clarity over here. Like in group, it's like coordinate individual efforts, but whereas team, it's a common. Okay, like everybody has to do it, so everybody has to put a work on one task. But whereas in group, one will take an in charge, and one will have a coordinating role. He will do only the byword, hey, do this work, hey, do that work. He'll do only the authoritative, and one person has to work. So, and the next one is all about, like, they'll be working on different aspects, but whereas in team, they'll be working on one common goal, and they'll be working on it. And next one, like, few people work here, few people may not work in group, but whereas in team, everybody has to work. So that it's a common, it's a splittage of all. If there are 10 people, everybody will get a role in that. But whereas in group, only 1 or 2 will get, and remaining will just escape or will manage that. Okay, and then each person will have a identity. Okay, this person is able to do it in a group, so he'll only 1 or 2 person will get that identity, but whereas in a group, everybody will get that identity. So that is what the power of team. So let's see how to manage time and other factors in next session. Hope you all got an idea about how career management plays a major role in group and teams, and let's see what is the time and other factors in the next session. So thank you all, and meet you up in the next session. Bye bye.